He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The LSU Tigers offense is on the field for the first time today. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, Dave, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Quarterback keeps it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Got it in the middle. It's crossed.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't full. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of the bend, don't break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
And they'll knock him down.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Then they strike first.
Hey, man, if we're... play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field, they get it down 4th and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Auburn Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, quarterback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Tigers are marching down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got room on the return. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give on the inside. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
And you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick.
Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10, and he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, LSU! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He wants to throw. Takes the easy completion. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Now facing a 3rd and long. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the tailback. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. At the Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing up against this offense.
Going to the ground, running with power, and to use that big, powerful, stiff arm to extend the play and pick up a few extra yards. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The offense lining up for a first down play. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
That pass is incomplete. And fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. At the 40, there he goes. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
He can throw it, he can buy time, he can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against us. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run the option. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave him no opportunity for a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. On the option. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. LSU quick to the line. The option look. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. Could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done that.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together.
Looking to take a shot. Makes a grab down the left side. Running toward the tape. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score LSU 28, Auburn.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense. To a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good... This is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Just a simple power. Sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Snags it over the middle. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. so. They need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them.
And they knocked him down almost immediately. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. On the option. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He's looking downfield to throw. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On the move. Quarterback gets enough. Open runway ahead. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll do it himself. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They move the tight end all over. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let...
Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn up field. Find the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Hawaii is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Oahu, one of the more majestic places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to San Diego State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A first down for the offense. He's going to pass. Keeps looking downfield. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Dialing up a second down pass play. Trying to make magic with his feet. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. How about that catch? Diving grab along the left sideline. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking to move it through the air. He's got the back in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. They get to the line quickly. Off the play fake. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. For this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
He's right on target. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking to the big tight end. Working that left side. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Handoff to the single running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Got room at the 35. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Here's the handoff. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11. touch on first down and 2nd and 9. Right back to it. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Line gets set, 1st down. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's got it on the run.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Fires into the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's looking on the right side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. LSU now operating in the red zone. They'll go to the ground. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Finds his man down the middle. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the stomping has commenced. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Here's the return from inside the 25. And the returner will be dragged down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have...
It's complete. A huge pickup. He's loose down the middle. And he... defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, first down. They'll run it. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
It's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Now on the option. Now the pitch. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. Now from the 40, it's first and 10. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Get it out on the screen. Still running at the 40. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and second and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
It doesn't matter what the defense has tried to do. Man coverage, zone coverage, blitz, whatever. Quarterback has been locked in. 350 passing yards now.
LSU getting set on first and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. This quarterback part of their running game. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
He wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Power ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now it's 3rd and goal. He'll keep it himself. And that ball's free behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. A new set of downs after the completion. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll throw it on first down. Fires left. Got his man. Then they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They keep attacking through the air. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Coming after him. On the move to his left. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide out in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Dances away to buy time. With the catch, it's Cross. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead.
And the quarterback is snowed under. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Makes the grab. It's cross. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Throwing right. Makes a connection. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. And the extra point splits the uprights.
That makes the score LSU 49, Auburn 21.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Got the quick pass. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Defense in press coverage. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Got his man downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down. Looking to cap this drive with the pass. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position, and here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop him.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! And the pummeling has started. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
56, Auburn, 28.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Pope. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Using the quick game. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Looking to throw it again. It's complete to the left. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. Line getting set on second down. They're trying to get to it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got the tight end. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Getting some heat. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome. You'll see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You're powered in for the touchdown and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
That is a perfectly executed onside kick. Great job by the kicker, making sure the ball goes 10 yards, and then how about the kicking team diving on top of that ball?
They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. It's caught. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Trying to convert this 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Quickly complete. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. The back goes in motion. From the gun. Sends it downfield. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here.